A very good evening to Toastmaster Jeetendra, Toastmaster Deepak, and my Synergy team squad, Toastmaster Raghavan and Toastmaster Madhura. Today we are speaking something that is very relevant as of today, the theme of inclusion. And we are really honored to have both of you who have been doing such great contribution in this particular theme. So we would start right away, and my first question would be, please explain your journey on the contribution to inclusion. Toastmaster Jeetendra, we can start with you.
Sure. Thank you, Toastmaster Vidhya. So in terms of inclusion, though I know that there are about a million things where we need more inclusion, but this field that I have been working in for quite some time now is financial inclusion. So I work with enterprising women from the lower income groups of Mumbai, and they're already enrolled under the Government of India's National Skill Development Program, which is a vocational training initiative by the government. So what they do is they enroll all the adults who are not formally educated, and they provide them training in vocational skills. For example, embroidery, beauty services, nursing, mobile repairing, and so on. So they're already taking care of the education part by providing them a means of livelihood. But what they're not doing is they're not telling them about what to do with the money, how to be wise with their money, how to save, how to transact, and so on. So I'm working on that front particularly. So we have a 6-week module wherein we start with what is money, how important it is to save, what are needs versus what are wants, to differentiate between the two, and then move on to what is plastic money, how to open a bank account, how to write checks, fill deposit slips, and then of course moving on to some basic investment plans for them, because they can't, equity markets would be something too much for them. So we talk about basic savings schemes for a girl child, or post office savings schemes where they can earn a higher rate of interest than a regular bank deposit. So that's what we are doing as of now.
That is amazing and truly insightful for us. Toastmaster Deepak, can you please add on to your contribution, please, on the inclusion side?
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Vidhya. So I was associated with one of the non-profit organization, which is called as the Apprenticeship Project, which is related to the it's life skills. We teach life skills to the government school kids from the grade 5 to grade 9. So like they were like public speaking, drama, coding, electronics, and frisbee. So there are like 5 to 6 verticals where we teach kids, and it would be normally in the weekends, in Saturdays, and the whole second half. So first half would be the usual classes, and the second half would be the life skill, which we used to teach them. So it is like 3-hour sessions. So I used to take as a public speaking vertical. So there are it's not one particular grade, it is inclusion, as the theme is also is the same about it. So it's about inclusion of all the grade members. So they were like 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade, and 9th grade, all included. And I used to teach them the public speaking vertical. So what is public speaking, what exactly it is. So these kids are from like lower income background, so they don't have that much experience and the what exactly literacy is, education is. So they have come through because all are going to the school. So that's one intention, to educate them. So that was the one thing which I was associated with.
It's so heartwarming to hear that while in weekends we plan for movies, you are doing such noble things out of the weekend. Can I request Toastmaster Raghavan now to take up the next question? Toastmaster Raghavan?
Yeah, sorry. Toastmaster Jeetendra, as far as you, the financial inclusion, and Toastmaster Deepak, as far as you, the apprenticeship project. So both these projects, like Toastmaster Vidhya had said, would require you to spare your time, your resources, your efforts. So what motivated you to take up these activities? What was the reason behind this venture? First, Toastmaster Jeetendra.
All right. Thank you. So Honestly, I'll just tell you the way it started. It was honestly an initiative by my firm. So at my firm, we have a requirement to have 1 hour per year mandatory CSR involvement. So that's how it actually started. But when I went there for the first time, I mean, that was my 1 hour. I was just thinking that, okay, this is a check in the box thing and I'll get done with it. But I got to know one of the women there and I spoke to her about it. And she said that she was working for urban company, right? And she used to go from door to door providing beauty services. So she used to go home for people's facials and manicures and pedicures and so on. And she said she did not have a bank account. So she was having some troubles in getting the money from the company because it's basically a technology company, right? They only operate through their phone. So they only operate through the app on their phone. So that's how we got to talking, and then I figured out that she had a bank account. She fell prey to a scam and lost some money. And thereafter, she closed her bank account and was pushed out of the financial system. And as a result, she was not even getting some of the benefits that were meant for them the most. Like, for example, the LPG subsidy, they were not able to get it because nowadays it's directly credited into the bank account. So that is where the project started, and that's how I got not motivated, actually. I was quite embarrassed, honestly, that here we are on one end of the spectrum where we just pick up our phones and send money to each other via Paytm or Google Pay or now even WhatsApp Pay. It's become so easy that banking is at our fingertips. And here is one other section of the society that is being pushed out of the system due to fears of scams and purely because of the lack of education. Right? And also, she, as we got to talking more, she told me about how if they ever went to the bank to deposit even 500 rupees or withdraw some money, they would be sent from one counter to another, just like for football, they would be passed around. So that actually was quite heartbreaking. And that's where I decided that, no, we can help this. I mean, I personally felt that I could very easily help the situation, not necessarily because of my background in finance, but because it was so basic and it was so easily available to all of us that I felt that this can be something that we can definitely help them with. So that's how it started. Honestly, I don't really think I've spent anything more than my time. In terms of money, my contribution has been very little. So it's not taken a toll on any of my other resources, but yeah, it's been, so spending the time, I felt it was very, very necessary.
What about you, Toastmaster Deepak? What motivated you to take up the apprenticeship project?
Thank you, Toastmaster Raghavan. So it started in 2016 when I was doing my last year of engineering in Pune. So I was associated with Teach for India. So there is, again, it's the same organization, which is tie-up with the other apprenticeship project. So he was one of the cohort who founded the apprenticeship project. So I was volunteering it. So as Saturday and Sunday, like in normal engineering colleges, it's off. So I wanted what to do on Saturday and Sundays. So I thought of going and just volunteering to Teach for India. I was very curious because I was associated with ISEC, and one of the CEO, who is the founder of Teach for India, Miss Shaheen Misri. I heard the speech. From there, I got motivated, and then I thought what exactly they teach. So it's an organization which is you need to you need to teach kids in a low grade in the government schools apart from all over cities and villages. So it is 2 years course for the cohort. So I used to help them. So there was one cohort, she's from Dubai and she's an NRI. And I asked her why for 2 years and it's not that much good pay also. So why are you into this field of volunteering? So she said something which inspired me, and she said that when I got the education, I was privileged enough to get into good schools there are an international, one of the ICSE boards, CBSE boards. But there are people who are not from that good financial background and get into good schools or colleges. So why can't I can give that thing to India? So then she came back in India. She's from Dubai. She came for 2 years. She stayed in India and served it, and then went on and done her further studies. She gone for the MS again. So from there, I thought like something is there, and then where I started, then I did volunteer for 8 good months in Teach for India. Then I shifted back to Mumbai. So I got opportunity to do my masters. So again Saturday Sundays off. I thought of like what can I do? Again I was associated with Teach for India. And then they said that there's an organization called the Apprenticeship Project. So then again Saturday it was week off. So I used to go in a cotton green. And there was Pala Chowki. It's a government school. Go there at 10 o'clock and come like out at 1 p.m. So we had a closing like starting hurdle and closing hurdle. So we used to have the discussion, feedback sessions going on. So that is how I got into this organization.
Wow, it's
Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. Listening to the way you have been contributing, it gave me goosebumps when you actually told that she came down from Dubai, to help or give back to the society. That's something probably not many of us would do. If you have an opportunity to stay in luxury versus coming and giving back to the society, I really wonder what we would choose. But that extra effort is what makes the difference.